Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the House Academy Show, entertaining real estate investment talk. I'm Steve and Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about our in-house title escrow company and how it's coming soon.
Oh, yep.
Actually, it's been around for a while.
Yep.
And it was so popular, we had to turn it off.
Yep.
Jill's going to explain it all.
Yep.
But we're bringing it back. Everybody, House Academy's not that old. We're bringing it back. It's the single most requested tool that we have. Where's Title Mind? What happened?
Title Mind is what it is. It's
Before
coming.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the houseacademy.com online community. It's free.
Stacy asks, what are acceptable closing costs for a $250,000 house?
What do you think, Joe?
$2,000.
Wow, just boom, huh?
Yeah.
The answer is it really depends on the market that you're in. There's some markets where it's very, very inexpensive to close on a house, like Texas is one of them. And there's some markets, as you would imagine, like California, where it's a lot more. Some of those costs are not real costs. They're actual prorations for taxes. Taxes are real high in Texas.
Yeah, that's not including that. I'm just talking closing costs. Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm talking about.
What you need to know at this venue is there's a HUD-1, and I would very heavily encourage you to look up HUD-1, HUD, capital HUD dash the number 1. And just look at, there's a million HUD-1s on Google, and just look at the price of the house, what the seller proceeds went to on the buyer and seller. It's a debit and credit thing, like an accounting thing. It's not complicated at all. And you got to look for line 1400. It's 1100 or 1400? I think it's 1400.
I don't know.
And that's where escrow companies love to jam costs into.
Right.
$45 for FedEx,
I'm including all that in there.
I know.
So that's like for what our deals that we've done several in that price range, and that's kind of the sweet spot.
That's what it's a plan for.
Yeah.
It could be less, could be a little bit more.
Sometimes I can get a little bit less. So I'm lucky and get it down to 1,400, 1,200. But just to give you a good gauge, if you're spending $2,000, it's not crazy. And that's everything in there. They'll pad their notary fees, they'll pad their mail fees. You just have to they do. It's ridiculous.
Got to watch them.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's just the way it is. They don't back down, and that's partially why Title Mind is coming back,
Exactly.
and we can explain more about that here.
Today's topic: our in-house title escrow company is coming soon. This is why you're listening.
Mm-hmm. So this is one of the reasons why we're doing this.
Yeah,
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of
that's my girl.
I'm tired of.
I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
If you've not been through this, you're lucky, and it's coming. But I tell you, these escrow companies, they charge $150 no matter what. They're sending something with a 49-cent stamp or a $6 postage. You're like, you know what? Sorry. Every deal, we put in $150 for all the mail to go back and forth for signing and things like that. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Exactly.
It costs all of $40. And they're like, sorry, that's just the way it is. So, and they also do this with notaries. This one's a good one too. We all know the notary costs $50 or $75, but nope, it's $150. Like, okay, fine. And there's nothing you can do about it. So, what you can do though is what we're doing. Open your own title company. So, what it is Title Mind. We opened it a while back as escrow only, even though title is in the title. It's a little confusing. So, Phase 1 is going to be what it was back then, which is escrow only. There's a lot of us doing transactions that are small enough, easy enough, no one's going to build on it. There's several reasons when they need to do it quick and easy and fast, and they only need escrow at this point. And if you've ever tried to find a company that will only do escrow for you, which is basically be an unrelated third party, close a deal for you, prepare the deed, get it recorded, handle the passing of the money, it's very hard to find that. I know, I can't think of one right now off the top of my head even that'll do it.
I can't either. Because I don't know of anyone
they can't
in the
process
country.
that.
Yeah, me too.
So, and so many of the deals that we're doing, I might be closing myself. So what we've been doing here, it's kind of started with the land business where we were self-closing deals. And that's where we brought up Title Mind. So now what we're going to do, and what happened was we got overwhelmed. When the day we opened the door and basically took the curtain down the website, we were flooded with transactions.
Yeah.
So much so, we couldn't complete our own deals, let alone keep up with everything with the volume.
That was our thought. We're doing our own deals anyway. We've got a staff of people that are closing our deals. Hey, why not? Let's just put up a website with a little form on it.
Right.
And we can do your deals too.
Exactly.
Wow. It was a beautiful theory, and we're certainly capable of doing that, but we got like 35 orders.
It was hilarious. Couldn't keep up. So it's because there's a little bit of work. So what the process is this is kind of really more for land, and I'll tell you how it's going to relate to houses here in a minute. But for a land buyer, say you're buying a property for $4,000, and you're going to sell it for 12 or 10, something like that. It's straightforward. The guy's owned it forever, never built on it. You know, there's situations like that. You're like, I don't really need title. It's only for hunting or camping. The guy's not going to do anything with it like that. And so instead of self-closing it, which is a person doing their own deed, like me going out, writing my own deed, arranging my own notary, lining up the signing, overnighting it to the guy, my seller, him signing it, my notary handing him the payment, which I put in an envelope for him with instructions. Then it's coming back to me. Now I'm getting it together and sending it in to be recorded, and then come back to me. Now I'm ready to sell it, kind of thing. We took that over, and we're doing it for everyone. And that's why everybody loved it. They're like, wow, I can just call Title Mine, and I just negotiate the deal. I call Title Mine. They process the rest. Awesome.
Think of it like this. You send a mailer out. Mm-hmm. You get 10 deals back that you want to do. You got the money for it. And you're convinced that everything's pretty good on the deal. And you just want to keep being a deal maker.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Exactly.
You want to be a deal maker. You don't want to be a paper pusher.
Yeah, now you're bogged down with doing a deed and a notary
so you
and
just
everything.
shove it all to us.
Yeah. And that's
shove
what
it all
it
to
was.
our staff, and they process it. And
Exactly.
I think we get paid out of escrow. We take some money up. I don't know exactly how it's going to go. We take a little bit of money up front to make sure everybody's serious, and then all the actual costs get paid out of escrow on the acquisition.
Well, and we'll still do the escrow thing too.
Yeah.
So here's what's going to happen. So that's perfect. So the point what you just made, which I love, is you don't want to get bogged down with these, which is true. The deal's done. You should be moving on to your next acquisition and posting this one for sale.
Yep.
And making sure that stuff happens. The paper part in the middle is where a lot of us it takes some time, and we don't need to do it. Somebody else can do it. So what's going to happen now, I'm going to tell you, we're going to bring back Title Mines probably several weeks away, just so you know, because we're working on the escrow part as well. We're going to bring it back. Phase 1 will be a version of what we did before, which is escrow only, where we're basically the transaction coordinator, doing the deeds, getting it recorded, sending the mail, arranging the notary, everything to take it off your plate. And then phase 2 will be a traditional in-house title company.
Exactly like First American Title.
Right.
Same situation.
Where you can call us
difference.
with land or houses.
It's better service, probably a little bit cheaper.
It could be, yeah. And so, my note was, here's the thing. I think we should think about that. We haven't even reopened the site yet or really got back into it yet. But I was thinking, what's different about us is it's by investors for investors. Nobody but us really knows what we need.
Yep.
And you as an investor, you don't need the fluff. You don't need to be a padded. I'm not going to pad these fees. I'm so mad about it. You can probably tell. I am adamant about passing through directly what the costs are. We'll get paid for our time and doing the transaction in the middle, but there's not going to be any fluff. Yeah. I'm going to make sure of that.
For you out there, you experienced investors, you know how frustrating it is to wait on title. It happens all the time.
Exactly.
And you know how refreshing it is to get, let's say, a closing attorney or a really good title agent that's Johnny on the spot about it. So investors specifically know what they're doing. And for us, honestly, they're the easiest people to deal with because they understand our language.
Right.
So it's the retail people and the homeowners themselves and the home sellers that are going to do this once or twice or 3 times in their whole life that are the problem. We remove all that. You don't want to deal with that. Let us deal with it. We've been doing 16,000 deals ago. We learned.
Mm-hmm.
Here we
are. Exactly. So I'm excited.
I am too. I really am actually. It was of all the products we've released, like Parcel Fact and County Wise and all of them.
O2O.
Offers to owners. This one has got the best response and just buried us.
I know
Actually,
people are
shut the
saving deals. Here's my only thing. The minute we said it, like this show, the day this show airs, I know you guys are going to be holding back. Like, all right, saving
Don't
that
shove
one,
your deals aside and
saving
wait.
that one for Title Mine, saving
Yeah.
that one for Title Mine.
Please don't
get
do
them
that.
close because we're a few weeks/months away.
Yeah.
But we want you to know it's in the works. We're bringing it back. We all need it.
Hey, we know your time's valuable. Thanks for spending some of it with us today. Join us next time for the episode called Winning Over a Seller.
And we answer your questions. Post it on our online community, founded houseacademy.com. It is free.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition. I'm
That's
really
good.
excited about Title Mine. This industry, here's the truth.
Yeah.
This industry is just run over with publicly traded companies that some actuary sits in an office somewhere and says, hey, we should charge $25 more for all across the board for notary services.
Yep.
And it should be mandatory that we have to send one out. You know how this goes.
Totally.
We're going to make $16 million more tomorrow.
Yep. Just by doing that.
I'm excited.
I am too. I can't take it. Wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, please subscribe and rate us there.
We are
Steve and Jill.
Information
And inspiration
to buy undervalued property.